Nick Ultimate Pinball, the pinball game that distinguishes itself from the other pinball games by putting the word Flipnick in the title.
And much later, we review NFL Street 2 Unleashed for the PSP.
Yes, like every other game released since 2003, it puts the word Unleashed in the title.
So it loses a point right there.
Plus, we also review a role-playing game from the developers who brought us the Rhapsody, the musical RPG.
And we unveil a new adult-oriented edition of Splinter Cell Co-op Theater.
Is it all adult-oriented?
Yes, they are.
Okay. But we begin with something that requires extreme pointing and clicking. It's our review of Echo, Secrets of the Lost Cavern with PC.
The concoction makes the pictures on the wall move. I think that might have been the same concoction that the guy who created Katamari Damacy was taking.
Kids, just say no to concoctions, no matter how many guys wearing deer horns tell you it's delicious.
Now, back in the 90s, Myst really kicked off the PC adventure gaming boom, and now that boom is totally busted.
Sure, we still get a few licensed point-and-click games for the PC and the occasional original project like Still Life, but for the most part, the PC is now the realm of the first-person shooter.
The last really great PC adventure games we saw were Siberia and its creatively titled sequel, Siberia 2.
Wow. And those games did look beautiful, and the story was actually kind of moving and deep and all that stuff. Now, sure, Echo is okay, but it only stands out because it's not a Law & Order or CSI point-and-click.
And we are over those crime games because no one on this staff is lonely enough to spend their Friday nights in front of a PC running DNA tests on virtual semen.
Yeah, instead of solving horrible deaths, we'd rather cause them than an FPS like Far Cry.
And speaking of horrible deaths, the demise of the local arcade has resulted in hundreds of classic pinball games being relegated to rich guys' basements where they sit next to the bumper pool tables and the Bowflex that hasn't been used since '96.
But that can't stop PS2 owners from getting their pinball fix.
Here's a review of Flipnick, Ultimate Pinball.
How did we get through that review without a Tommy reference or a crack about Uncle Ernie? It's amazing restraint for us.
Well, I was going to dress up as the Acid Queen, but I thought it might freak out the interns.
I think it would have freaked me out.
Well, yeah, probably. I would have had to use your dress to do it.
Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. Free bird!
Shut up! There's no Freebird game. God, at least not until a licensing agreement is reached.
Welcome back to Xplay. We do not take requests.
Splinter Cell. It's a stealth phenomenon, and through the magic of co-op play, it's bringing people together as never before.
Now with Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, friends can fight virtual terrorists together.
And no friends do more in the service of their country than the Splinter Cells known as Bob and Steve. These are their stories.